Every culture has a name for it. Entities that tether to the young. We call them imaginary friends.
We're really lucky on this film because we have Spectral Motion creating the creatures. They've just blown me away. They're the best of the best. You know, no one does creatures better than they do.
They're real creatures. It's not just puppets. It's people in these insane costumes and doing crazy things, and it's really scary.
I'm just floored by what they've done with Chauncey, with the spider, with the entity, with the bear beast. I think people are not going to be able to tell what's real and what's not.
Chauncey says you're not allowed to play with us because you left him.
The Chauncey bear is one of the main characters in the film, and it's a fairly complex little teddy bear. In reading the script, there are several beats that kind of dictate what is needed for Chauncey. So there's a floppy version that Piper Braun is holding for most of the film, and then I read in the script where he's in the bed and he snuggles up next to Piper.
Sleep well, Chauncey.
Well, that we're gonna need a puppet for. I thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could slightly alter Chauncey's expression or faces based on what's happening in the script? This is the sad face. His eyes are a little different, his mouth expression's a little different. It's attached by magnets.
The way you make something creepy is implying that there's something else going on. Like something childlike and wonderful is fine when it's in the foreground, but what's going on in the background? What if there's something else, something a little more sinister? And that's where this idea of the entity came from.
3, 2, 1, action!
It is established that the entity is really the puppet master, for lack of a better word. There's got to be a through line and a connection, so we incorporated different design elements in the characters just so that there is a cohesive design through everything.
The entity, it's a sculpted face, and then it was molded and made in foam latex because it's a pullover mask. All of the suits have a little bit of the entity look on them. They all have the sort of the gray lined finish on the bear, on his arm and on his back, and on the spider, it's in his face. So obviously it starts with artwork and conversation, and we discuss how we're going to build these costumes. The spider, that was an interesting one because he's on arm extensions that were quite hard to walk on. They're like crutches, but he's holding them and he's on all fours.
We found a really great actor, Michael Beckemeyer. He is basically bending his body and becoming, embodying the spider creature.
With the spider, he's using less trickery and less mind games, and he's less subtle. Being able to just go all out is super fun always.
So the makeup is a cowl piece, upper face piece, a lower jaw piece, and then we've got the costume elements.
The front part of his costume is sculpted, and it has the stumps of his spider legs on it. And he has some traditional costuming on his body with that because he has a coat and he has pants that were made for him. Can't wait to see it all put together.
The bear beast is killing it. He's terrifying. He's going to give many, many people horrible, horrific nightmares.
This is the bear beast character. This is the creature that ultimately Chauncey the teddy bear transforms into at the end of the film. We have several versions of the hands here. We have a running version, and we also have a posable version. So if he's got to grab somebody, it can stay posed and pull and tug.
We've found that having actors and puppeteers work together to bring the film's creatures to life, the more the audience will be immersed in the horror. Dane DiLiegro wore the Chauncey Beast suit to bring the beast to life with the whole team of puppeteers.
Dane actually puts up with a lot. It's real tough to be a suit actor. He's got a really good attitude. He wants to communicate with the director to make sure that he's putting forth the actual performance that he's been asked to give.
I'm wearing this amazing piece of scientific art that all of these people at Spectral Motion and the designers and everyone came together to create, and I am the final hand of the puppet, if you will.
And then we hired a real top-notch sculptor, and he sculpted the full-size bear beast head. I ended up with needing 4 puppeteers controlling 4 radio-controlled transmitters, and those are feeding 22 servo motors inside the head that control the mouth open and closed, and that keeps the whole face alive, basically.
When the bear beast roars, they have to know to open the mouth, so I'm doing little indications. We all are one family, completely in sync.
My concern is everyone's going to be a little scared of teddy bears after this.